Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. We are talking about September, right? Yeah, which is crazy. I hope that August has been treating you well, is treating you well. I know there's a couple days left. But yeah, we're gonna see what the message is for September. And just as a quick self plug, I am offering personal readings now, which is super exciting. You can find those on my website. My website is listed in the description below. So just want to let you know that those are available. I also, I got a new mic. So I feel like I'm worried about talking too loud and blowing your ears out. So anyway, that's all that's going on with me. Let's talk about you. We're going to shuffle with a little more intention here. We're looking for a message for Sagittarius for September. There we go. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, Eight of Wands, Two of Wands. Oh, these came out together. Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And then we have the King of Wands at the bottom of, is that your card? It is your card. Interesting. Okay. The Taurus in me has to stop the video, make sure everything is in the frame, straight, and looks okay. I love how I love how we have 3 8s out on the table. I think 8s, in numerology, signify abundance. And I also love that the 8 that we're missing is the 8 of Swords, which talks about mental conflict and, kind of a mind prison, I'm glad that that's the 8 that's missing. Sorry if this is bouncing all over the place. I apologize. I think this is awesome. And then, to have your card there at the bottom of the deck to the King of Wands. I mean, there's definitely some movement going on here. So let's just start from the beginning. We start with the Eight of Pentacles. That has to do with work. What are you spending your time on? How are you spending your time? What are you putting your energy into? The Eight of Pentacles talks about perfecting something also, it's practice. And, this figure is watering these flowers here. So again, it's what are you fostering with your time, energy, resources, materials to see, or to see it through growth. You could even be reaching a point of maturation with something here, because clearly, these flowers are established. Right? So it's kind of again, there could be something that you have been spending a lot of time and energy on, and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor paying off, literally. Anytime a pentacle shows up, I'm going to talk about the physical body also. So there could be a focus on your physical health. It could be a reminder of that too, like where is your physical health fitting into this whole thing? And we have the Eight of Wands here. So this tells me you've been a busy bee. There could just be a lot of stuff going on here. The Eight of Wands talks about fast moving communication, fast moving action. It could even be information coming or going, like you could be, communicating with somebody, going back and forth on something. It could have to do with work, but it could just have to do with, like daily responsibilities. But with the Eight of Wands, like I said, there's definitely been a lot going on. And maybe you're seeing that, again, something that you have been working on is really kind of starting to gain traction here. Or, people may even be recognizing something that you have been doing. It could even be something that, with this Eight of Pentacles, because I'm looking at, there's a couple flowers here, big flowers. And then in the Eight of Wands, there's flowers kind of spread all over the place. So, again, you could just be a busy bee and you could be feeling spread a bit thin. Oh, that was my dog confirming that. But then we have the Eight of Chalices. This is, the Eight of Cups talks about walking away from something. It's like you have explored all of the things in the Eight Cups, and what they're walking towards is the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So it could even be that you narrowed it down to one cup, or again, because even in this figure, it's like they're kind of using the Eight Cups as a cane, it almost looks like, to me anyway. So it's almost like, just kind of this feeling of like packing up, pack it up and moving out. And too, it's like, deciding like also what stays and what goes. What is going to get me to the Nine of Cups? Like what is going to support me in my wish fulfillment, to reaching my goals, to feeling fulfilled and purposeful. And I also love how on this card it seems like they're walking into the unknown. And there's, a level of like trust and surrender that would have to go into walking towards this situation that's happening in this card. But it's also like, that on the other side of this is the Nine of Cups. And it's like you don't maybe even necessarily know how or why, but this is the answer almost. We have the Two of Wands down here. I love this progression from the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands. Like, the Two of Wands is about deciding how you're going to go about a thing. Like you got, the Ace of Swords is that spark of creativity, the spark of joy, like you have this passion. And the Two of Wands is like, okay, I have this inspiration. I have this idea that I want to do. Now it's like, how do I go out and do it? Planning and all of that. And I love how the little sparks that are coming out of the Two Wands here almost kind of have the same feel with like the spirals. And I know spirals have a meaning. I can't bring it to the front of my mind. But, we have these flowers out here again that were in these two cards. And of course, in the Two of Wands, it's more concentrated here. And this looks like there's water out here. Like they're standing on the land here looking out at the water. There's some mountains back here. Yeah, it's like, that stage of manifesting and really getting clear in your head about what's the best plan of attack, right? And it's interesting that, both of these cards almost talk about the same thing, but definitely these two cards talk about almost the same thing because, we go from this planning stage and, kind of getting all your ducks in a row, almost like figuring out what ducks you even have to put in a row, right? Which is almost kind of how it looks out here. We have this pile and then all of this looks organized out here, right? But the Three of Wands is now you're going to actually go do the thing. It's, stepping foot on the path forward. I'm curious let me grab the book really quick. I'm curious because this almost looks like a portal. It says, after the initial whoosh of intensity, thoughtful maintenance is required to keep a fire burning. Okay, so it's a fire. That makes sense. Painstaking placement of the kindling will nurture the flames into longevity. So too an incipient vision be fed and sustained. Your idea is starting to catch. Don't rage into a blaze or douse yourself unnecessarily with doubt or dismay. Small victories and careful progress suggest you are succeeding. I love that, actually. How it talks about, like kindling a flame and how, like just keeping that, it's like keeping that even simmer, keeping that even burn going versus the fire getting too big and out of control or too small. I love that. I love that. Oh, that's perfect. And especially with the Ace of Pentacles here and the Knight of Chalices. The Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity. Like, it's walking through the door. The door is actually open now. Did this come out for you? The Ace of Pentacles, did that come out last month? I have no clue. But there is, like I said, you know, this door opening, walking through it, you know, the Ace of Pentacles talks about a new opportunity. It could be a new job. Again, you know, like I said, with Pentacles, it could be a lifestyle change. It is something new. And we have the Knight of Cups here, which generally talks about an offer. This could even be like if you have been waiting on a job, like if you have been waiting on confirmation of something here, that confirmation would be these, like the offer is coming. And, you know, of course, it can literally be anything. It does not have to be a job. You know, because again, with the Pentacles, it does talk about our money, how we make it, how we spend it, how we invest it. But it also talks about our time. How do we spend our time? What are we doing with our physical energy? Again, you know, like our physical body, it's like anything tangible. It could be your physical location, your house. And with the Knight of Cups, it's, you know, the knights are generally messengers. I don't know if I literally just said that, but so there's something coming in, there's some sort of communication coming in that is going to hit you in that heart space. It could even be an apology. It could be, you know, an offer of commitment. It doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. It could be platonic. It could be business related. Let's see. Unfettered emotion is a powerful thing. Knowing no barriers, no painful ends, it marauds on endlessly, deaf to diminishing voices. Cavalier devotion to matters of the heart can often lead to a swift dethroning, but at the apogee of your quixotic journey, have no fear of the imminent plunge. Mount your ferocity, swirling emotion, and ride them to the end. I love that. And what type of words is this author using? I'm like... I love that. And I also kind of love how just the placement of these, this thing that the knight is riding on top of is like literally going, it's almost kind of like literally going right through the door, right? Like it's whatever this situation is, it's going to feel so good that you're just like, yeah, let's go. I'm just going to slide right in there. And like I said, we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Kings are the highest expression of the suit, right? I feel like this is more so just like this reminder that this is made like specifically for you. Whatever the situation is, it was created specifically for you. This is definitely something that you would have manifested. But, you know, like there's the swirls going around back there. You can see the flowers, you know, kind of floating around. There's energy going around this king here. Let me see if you can see that. Right here. That look like swirls also. There's, I think these are supposed to be flames coming out of these little pockets in the ground. So, and there you are, there's Sagittarius right there in the middle I don't want to say like controlling all of this, but it's like, again, it's, you did this. You created all of this. You're the ringleader of this whole thing. Even, like the Queen of Swords. This one talks about, like in this deck specifically, it talks about wrangling in your demons because, swords having to do with our thoughts. And like I said, the only 8 that's not out here is the 8 of Swords. And that's the one that talks about self-sabotaging and doubts and all of that. And, the Queen of Wands talks about that too. It talks about, in this deck, reining in your demons. And even the Knight of Chalices mentioned that, or the Three of Wands mentioned that too, about not letting doubt creep in. It might, of course, because, past experiences and whatever. However, we have the Sun card behind that. You don't even have to, oh my God. You don't even have to worry about it. The Sun is every good feeling you could ever think of. That's the Sun card. It's also the card of life, like literal life, because without the Sun, right? Like we wouldn't have plants. Humans wouldn't even be able really to survive, right? Like, so it's literally like life force energy. It could be sacral energy, creation. And we have the 9 of Pentacles behind there, which is, a progression from the 8 of Pentacles. And I love how, just we go from her watering the Pentacles here to basking in them. And again, we have this house up here. So, there could be a change of location needing to happen. That could be something that you're considering. But this is also financial independence, financial freedom. There's, just an independence quality to this card, because the 9s talk about individual success. Like you are going to feel the energy of this suit yourself. Same with the Queens. The Queens are when we recognize the energy of the suit within ourselves. The 2 of Cups, meeting the quote unquote right people. But it's like, everybody shows up fulfilled already, right? Both of these people have cups that are full. So it's like, coming in contact with other people who, it's not 80-20, it's not 90-10, it's 50-50. It could be, of course, a romantic relationship. It could be, like I said, platonic, business related. It could even just be, giving this to yourself. Being able to pour into your own cup. Beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.